All right, it's 6:30, Monday, October the 28th. Let the City of Grantville City Council regular meeting come to order. Please stand for the invocation and pledge. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. And it's the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Ms. Berry, you didn't really talk what you want to talk about on the agenda. Do you have a specific item?
Mr. Mayor, I have a comment regarding the agenda and items being missing from the agenda that I'd asked to be placed on the agenda. And that is what I wanted to talk about and ask the city attorney for an interpretation of the municipal code that says that items can be placed if you get them on the agenda by if you get them to the city clerk by a certain time.
Okay, so are you referring to the two items you requested roughly 2 weeks ago? So one was asking for a police committee meeting, and the police committee only meets, any committee only meets upon the recommendation of a single item from the council itself. So that won't happen.
Mr. Mayor.
And then the second item, I'm just getting to it, the second item about your personal home is not a city council business. And as I told you, if it were to become city council business, which it's not going to be since it's utility business, you are then basically trying to do something for your personal gain.
I'm a resident of the city, Mr. City Attorney. I can file a claim against the city as a resident of the city, and when that claim was presented to the city clerk's office, it was as me as a resident with excessive fees being charged for utilities. And that is a claim against the city. And it has to be acted upon by the city council.
No, it
It's
does
my
not.
understanding within 30 days.
No,
So
what
that's
the
why
law you cited
I
from
was-
Georgia had to do with physical damage.
Mr. Mayor, can I please get an opinion from the city attorney on this?
No,
issue?
because we've already written, and he read the letter I sent back to you. So we're wasting our time up here because this is your personal issue. We gave you what you need to do to fix your problem. You're running a business out of your home.
We must be
So-
reading different codes, because the code that I say is you can file a claim against the city if the city has damaged you in any way, and I feel it has because it's consistently excessive utility
Okay,
costs.
again, this is your personal issue,
So that
not
was just
city
one,
council, so
that
we're
was
moving
just
on.
one.
We're
The
moving
other
on.
one was requesting a meeting of the police
And I addressed
committee.
that, so we're moving on. All right. Approval of the agenda, do I have a motion?
I'm opposed. Motion to oppose.
Second. All in favor?
I'm opposed because there's items missing from the agenda,
Okay,
Mr.
approval of
Mayor.
city council regular meeting minutes, September 23rd, 2024. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Mayor, I'm requesting that the minutes be read.
Okay, well, we're not gonna do that here. All in favor?
Opposed.
City council work session meeting minutes, October 14th, 2024. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Mr. Grucci.
Opposed.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor and council members. The first item on your agenda will be a public hearing to receive public comment regarding a recommendation of the Planning Commission, which was for approval of the following map amendment to the City of Grantville ordinance, zoning ordinance. Rezone the property located at 122 and 204 Grandma Branch Road in the city of Grantville, further identified as parcel numbers 054-2242-002 and G012245, 2243-001 from its current zoning of single-family residential District R20 to single-family residential RS15. A copy of the rezoning application and the Planning Commission recommendation for approval is on file for public review in the office of the city clerk. We will open the public hearing at 6:35. Anyone who would like to speak in opposition to the recommendation of the Planning Commission to rezone the property located at 122 and 204 Grandma Branch Road, please come forward, state your name and address at the podium. Anyone in opposition, please come forward.
Craig Schroeder, 367 and 280 Grandma Branch Road. Just would like to say I don't like the request to go to a higher density housing on that. It's a quiet street, and that would increase the traffic, even though subdivision going in to do that anyway. I just disapprove of the high density development that the zoning change would enable. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Anyone else who would like to speak in opposition to the proposed zoning change, please come forward. Seeing no one, is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of the zoning change? If so, please come forward, state your name and address for the city council. Anyone in favor? Seeing no one, Mr. Mayor, I recommend that we close the public hearing at 6:37, and you need a motion to do so, please.
I make a motion that the public hearing be closed.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's,
Aye.
it's closed. Okay. Ms. Grisha.
Next item on your agenda, Mr. Mayor, is discussion on the first reading of ordinance number 2024-10 to rezone parcels 054-2242-002 and G01-2243-001 96.73703 acres from R20 single family residential to RS15 single family residential. This is just the zoning ordinance on the public hearing we just held.
And I want to clarify one thing. I read, and I know you said high density. This is not high density. The lot sizes are quarter acres, which is every subdivision currently built in Grantville is built on quarter acre lots. So it's high density would be like 7 to an acre. This is quarter acre lots. So it literally matches all the other subdivisions we have. Okay, that's all I got.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question.
Mhm.
Is the applicant here?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
The applicant, when you asked for comments to.
Well, he spoke 2 months ago, and we reviewed it 2 months
Oh.
ago. Okay, any other discussion? All right, Mr. Shearer.
Next item we have for your consideration is decision on resolution 2024-15 to adopt fiscal year 2024 budget amendments. This is a standard thing after our fiscal year closes on 30 September. We review the budget and the expenditures We don't change our balanced budget, but we reallocate things, and this is what is called budget amendments. We have two. City council goes from 30,000 to 50,000, mostly for legal expenses. And streets goes from 41,450 to 112,450, which is for the lease of vehicles. This is an accounting thing for the lease that we have to do certain ways, so we had to amend our budget. We recommend approval.
All right, any questions?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
Mhm.
These funds are coming from the contingency fund?
Correct.
Well, let me clarify, the one where we are actually, hold on, the one we're actually moving on the accounting issue, there's no real funds being moved. It's a GASB issue where we're just having to move the actual accounting numbers. So to clarify that, now the other one, yes.
How much is coming from the contingency fund for these two transfers?
Just a minute. Approximately $84,000 shifts out of contingency. 20,000 goes to the city council legal audit line item, and approximately 83,000 goes from streets, lease of vehicles, increases to $112,450 from $41,450.
Mr. Grishiver, isn't that actually a movement from utilities of the budgeting number into streets, where that money was budgeted in utilities, but under the new GASB rules, can't do that? I mean, we're not really pulling the money, I mean, the money isn't really like,
Our budget is balanced.
right,
We just have to move the numbers
okay, right,
to get in accord with GASB, as you said.
okay.
I understand the budget is balanced, Mr. Mayor. My question was how much was being taken from the contingency fund? And you said 84,000, but then you said 20,000 is going for legal fees for the city council and 83,000 for streets. So that 20 and 83 is 103,000, right?
Yep.
So what's the balance that's gonna be left in the contingency fund for emergencies?
9,000.
$9,000? That's all we're gonna have in the contingency fund?
This is last year's budget,
Yeah.
not the current year budget.
But the budget year is done.
Right,
Our budget year is over September 30th.
And what is in the contingency fund for this year?
Pardon me?
How much is in our contingency fund for this year?
I do not know off the top of my head.
I believe it was 100,000,
I think it's 126,
something like
but I'm
that.
not,
Okay,
I don't know exactly.
Thank you.
all right.
Mr. Mayor, on this one, on the budget amendments, could we have a roll call vote on this, please?
All right, do I have a motion, first of all? We probably should have done that first.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. All right, we'll do a roll call vote. Down the line.
Aye.
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 Opposed?
Okay.
The next item on your agenda is a decision on the Grantville Christmas Festival Parade and Tree Lighting, which is scheduled for December the 7th, 2024.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Okay. Now, Mr. Grishaber, would you please read the next three in a row? And I'd like to ask the council to motion these all on one motion, since they're really the same thing.
All right.
The first item is decision on rescheduling the city council work session meeting from November the 11th, 2024 to Tuesday, November the 12th, due to Veterans Day holiday on November the 11th. The next is rescheduling the city council meeting on November the 25th, 2024 to November the 18th, 2024, and rescheduling the city council meeting on December the 23rd to December the 16th, 2024.
Okay, do I have a motion to pass all three with the same motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Next item we have for your consideration is decision on Christmas bonuses for full and part-time employees, including the police chaplains, $500 for employees with over 1 year's service, $250 for employees with less than 1 year of service. The money has been budgeted.
Do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. Mayor, that these bonuses be approved, and since we have 2 volunteers in this group, that we also give bonuses to the rest of the volunteers for the city.
That's not budgeted.
Well, I feel if you're gonna give bonuses to any volunteers, you should give it to all volunteers. And the city attorney said it was okay to give, bonuses.
They're volunteers, they're not employees.
Well, why you have 2 volunteers lumped in here?
We always traditionally give the police chaplains a bonus. I feel the people who are in service of the Lord, helping Grantville, deserve a bonus. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, what about the people, the volunteers who put in
They
way more
don't,
hours?
we don't have any volunteers. There's
We have
they're on
volunteers,
committees.
we have boards and commissioners.
Okay, it's not budgeted, so we're not gonna do it. So,
Mr. Mayor,
yes.
the reason the police chaplains are singled out, they're on call 24/7, and they respond many times without being called. They are, put it lightly, they're heavy hitters in service to our city.
Correct.
How many is it?
2.
What's their names?
One is Brendan Fletcher.
Brandon Fletcher?
He was with Wesley
Methodist Church.
Methodist Church, thank you. And then T.J. Boyd, who has changed church.
Okay, well, that was just my motion, Mr. Mayor, my suggestion, so.
Okay,
that
well,
they all- that
the
they
problem
all-
is the motion
all the board
can't be
members
passed because
they get a bonus as well.
well,
because
they don't get paid, they don't do
Is
it
there
for
a
money.
second?
Okay, well, is there a second?
Motion?
Hearing none, it fails. Do I have a motion for the bonuses?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Opposed?
The city council will host a town hall meeting on Saturday, December the 7th, 2024, between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. at the Passenger Depot, which is in downtown Grantville at 5 Broad Street. City Hall holiday closures, as we said, on Monday, November the 11th, 2024, we will be closed in observance of Veterans Day. We will be closed on Thursday and Friday, November the 28th and the 29th, for the Thanksgiving holidays. We will be closed on Wednesday and Thursday, December the 25th and 26th for the Christmas holidays, and Wednesday, January the 1st of 2025 for New Year's holiday.
Okay, Ms. Hines.
Thank you. I'm Ruby Hines. I live at 81 Clarence McKember Road here in Grantville. On September the 7th, the Grantville Kiwanis Club held our third St. Jude Walkathon. It was a beautiful morning. We had a small remnant of walkers. However, we had 2 young children, 7 and 2. And the 7-year-old pushed his 2-year-old brother in a stroller for 2.5 miles. This 7-year-old only stopped once, and it was when his mother called him because she couldn't see him. Moreover, we are thankful to God for the City of Grantville government support and Chief Whitlock and his officer who escorted the walkers. I would like to thank the citizen churches and businesses in Grantville and Hawkinsville who gave their donation to me in the amount of $2,700. And we are very grateful to all of our Kiwanis members for their donation and online givers. And as a result, the Grantville Kiwanis was able to send St. Jude $5,000. So on behalf of our phenomenal president, Ms. Shelley Smith, and all the Grantville Kiwanis members, we are humbled, we bow in humbleness for your support of the St. Jude Walkathon, Grantville Kiwanis. And I'll say, let us do it again in 25.
Thank you, Ms. Hines.
Thank you.
All right, that business meeting is concluded. We are adjourned. That's right.
I know. Have a good night.
I've been saying.
Gotta do a better job than